The football team still has no name. The New York Giants fans have no shame. And it's been Batman forever since the Cowboys won the big game. You are now watching a Philly Fuego production. Gracias, amigos. Fly, Eagles, fly. Welcome to the Nest Out West, where Eagles fans are always the best. The true diehards, they know what I mean. Cause once you're in, you always bleed green. Now I don't wanna sound too cocky, but I'ma bring the content like Rocky. Body shot, left to the chin. I bring the heat cause I'm in it to win. It's your boy Philly Foothills here, with a side of Fuego for the cheer. And we wanna thank you all so very much for a great first year. Yeah. Hola, mi amigos. It's I, Philly Fuego, producer of the Nest Out West. Just want to make a quick intro video and say it is about damn time Jeffrey Lurie took off the mom goggles when it comes to Howie Roseman. It's about damn time. On to the Nest Out West and Mr. Philly Foothills. Adios, amigos. What is good? What is going on? And what is cracking? I am Philly Foothills, and I am back in the Nest Out West, where I'm trying to bring you the best when it comes to Philadelphia Eagles content. Philbillies, thank you for joining me. I hope you guys are happy, safe, and well, and able to watch this video in a safe and peaceful setting. Definitely love and appreciate each and every one of you. Over 425 strong now, so the channel is building, and greatly appreciative to each and every one of you. And before we get into it today, in regards to some of the the news that has just come out in regards to our owner and his kind of putting his foot down, I wanted to talk about Zach Ertz and the situation with him going forward. But before I do that, if you are new to the channel and you haven't done so already, please go ahead and smash the subscription button down below. Smash it like Fletcher Cox smashes the quarterback in the backfield. And ding that bell up in the corner so you get notifications of all my content. And go ahead and when you are done watching this video, I'd greatly appreciate a thumbs up down below. And let me know about how you guys think about all this in the comments, and I will try to respond to your feedback. And I greatly appreciate it, all of it. So we like I said, obviously some news about Jeffrey Lurie, but I wanted to, like I said before I get into that, I wanted to talk about some Zach Ertz stuff first. There's obviously been some more rumors coming up about possible trade destination, potential trades in regards to him. There hasn't been any specific teams that have been named, but I was reading an article by Jacob Kamaker. I believe that's how his last name is pronounced. But he definitely thinks the Patriots should be a strong player in regards to Zach Ertz, because they had a total of 18 passes caught by their tight ends last year for a whopping 254 yards. I mean, that's pretty eye-opening, and definitely the Patriots are going to have to address their tight end situation going forward. Like, I think the tight end out in Vegas, Darren Waller, he probably had that amount of catches and yards within a couple of weeks. So that just kind of gives you a comparison as to the very little production they got out of their tight end position last year. So the Patriots, if they could be a possible trade partner for the Eagles when it comes to Zach Ertz. But it's looking, just as I was preparing for this video, another article came out, and it said that I guess Zach Ertz is now preferring to be released
over being traded because he wants to pick out his destination, a lot like these players do these days. They want to kind of have control over where they end up playing, and he does not have a no trade clause in his contract. So the Eagles can basically, if they find a trade partner and a trade value that's suitable to their liking and to their needs, then they can basically trade him wherever they want to trade him. So at the end of the day, either they're going to have to probably take a little bit less at this point to trade him to get some compensation, whether it's like a 5th or 6th round pick. I was hoping maybe they can get a 4th round pick in this year's draft, but that's probably looking like a pipe dream at this time, because it's getting closer and closer to the start of the new league year and the start of free agency. So obviously, going forward, Zach Ertz wants to be released as opposed to being traded. He wants to be able to pick out where he's going, and the Eagles are wanting the opposite of that. They're wanting to find a trade partner to be able to get a little bit of compensation for him. So yeah, so it's going to be interesting because Jeff McClain, he said that Zach Ertz's preference to move on would clearly be to be released. He wants to pick his destination. The team obviously wants to get something in return, so that conflict will play out in the next week as both sides jockey to get what they want. So we're just going to have to kind of wait and see, like we have been with a lot of this stuff. But I personally think that the Eagles are gonna find a trade partner for Zach Ertz within the next week or so, and probably get a 5th or 6th round pick for him. And Super Bowl champion, made the touchdown winning catch in the Super Bowl. So much love for Zach Ertz. That statue up there in the corner, that's Zach Ertz. I got lots of love for Zach Ertz. I wish him the best, and I wish he could retire an Eagle and never be out of Eagles green. I absolutely do. But sometimes it is time to move on, and I'm liking the idea of the youth movement with this team. So if I'd hate just to release him, but if we can get a little bit of compensation for him, that much the better. But yeah, so let's change gears here and talk about the news of Jeffrey Lurie finally putting his foot down and opening his eyes and seeing that he cannot risk leaving it in Howie Roseman's hands fully when it comes to the 1st round pick. And it looks like Jeffrey Lurie is all in, and he has sent a message to Howie and to all the personnel department to put as many weapons around Jalen Hurts this next year as possible, and to, we're obviously going to have to bring in another quarterback or two, but he does not, he doesn't want any competition, supposedly. But to some level, there's always going to be competition for every position on this football team. So, there's a little smoke and mirrors to that when he says things like that. But I think this is a good message, and I think I'm hoping that Jeffrey Lurie is learning from his and Howie's mistakes in past seasons and in past drafts and things like that, and in these gigantic mistakes that have been made need to be corrected and avoided in the future. So Jeffrey Lurie definitely has to keep Howie on a short leash and make sure that his voice is heard. Yeah, it's not necessarily always the greatest thing for an owner to be making personnel decisions, but when you have a general manager like ours with the track record that he has, especially when it comes to the draft, especially when it comes to, for some reason, coming off of that, not trusting your draft board like they did last year, and not, I would have preferred Justin Jefferson over Jalen Reagor, and he was rated higher on the Eagles draft board, and for some reason, Howie and his clonies decided to come off of that rated draft board, and they like Jalen Reagor better. So, it is what it is. At the end of the day, we as Eagles fans want our GM to be making solid decisions, especially when it comes to the draft, because we all know that's how you build championships. You don't build it through free agency. You can put smaller pieces to the puzzle in free agency, but you build a strong base for a future championship through the draft and through talent evaluation and things like that. So I've been doing a lot of research in regards to some of the positions that I feel the Eagles need to focus on in the draft, and the number one on my book was cornerback, and I said cornerback, yes, not quarterback, corner, CB. We need to focus on that. So I'm going to be doing another video shortly here in regards to some of the top names, that like I went through about the top 20 or so of the top prospected cornerbacks in this upcoming draft, and I'm going to be kind of going through some names that I think that the Eagles should target. So look forward to that, Philbillies, and I'll be with you guys very soon again. And until next time, like I always say, fly Eagles fly, and stay mean, stay green. And thanks for viewing me on your screen. Peace.